Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and rewick the recurve here because I need something else to vape on because the batteries for this guy is dead, and then the batteries for my HPRIV 2 are also dead, so I have to fall back on the Aegis. What is this? The Solo? What is that's what I'm thinking. What is this? Aegis Solo? I think so. I'm gonna have to look it up after the video, but yeah, just a single coil in the recurve. Not too big of a deal here. Alright. Now, I want to do this very carefully so I don't deform the coil, because that would suck. I've actually done that before. And, I've done that several times, believe it or not, trying to rewick, and then I would end up having to make a whole new coil, so, which, in these I wouldn't have to make a new coil, because I got a little, container around here with some coils in it, so it's not a big issue. Alright. Now, just to let y'all know, this is a 0.28, so, yeah. Go ahead and nice and clean. I'll take this right here, and whatever that is off of it. Alright. Straighten this coil out just a little bit. That's one of the things I like about single coils is, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but single coils, if you're not really into having to fouiller with dual coils, single coils are definitely a way to go, especially if you want to spend less time rewicking and more time vaping. So yeah, but I like them both. I actually, believe it or not, I started out on single coils, and one of the homies at the, one of the vape shops I go to, he's like, why do you like single coils so much? I'm like, because, for one, I don't really know much about dual coils, and two, yeah, I just don't know much about dual coils. Because I would always, when I'm going there, I'd be like, do you have any, RTAs? Or not RTAs. Well, yeah, actually, this time it was an RTA that I was asked about single coil. And he's like, is there any particular reason why you want a single coil RTA? I'm like, yeah, mostly because I don't really know how to build RTAs. This was years ago, but obviously now I do. And I go for dual coil every time I can, just because dual coil is going to be your ticket to flavor, unless you're running something like the recurve, right? If it comes down to, like, say, what can I use as an example? The Dead Rabbit RDA, right? Yes, you can run a single coil in it, but here's the problem. It's not really meant for a single coil, even though it does have a single coil option. I find that the Dead Rabbit, honestly, vapes better dual coil, my personal opinion. And it vapes a lot better with smaller coils versus the bigger coils. So, but this right here is, if you like single coils, this is your ticket right here. It's definitely better to get a device that is meant for single coils rather than dual coils, and then try to put a single coil in it. But you can get away with doing one giant single coil, and you can usually get away with that. Okay. All right. There we go. And then what I'll do is, how much ever I have left over of this cotton, I'll just go ahead and put it back in here, and then I can break it off later and then use that little piece. So with that being said, there we go. Let me trim a little bit more. There we go. That's perfect. And then, whoops. Then I ended up with this, and whatever the fuck this is. But ended up with this, so, I mean, it's still clean. I'll just use that. Sometimes I'll save my little snippets, because at times there'll be, I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this fucking point. I am fucking tired. But there will be times where my RTA isn't wicked up correctly, and it just dumps too much juice or re-wicks too fast as I'm vaping, and I can actually use little snippets for you know, tightening up the juice flow. So yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and now I think. I could be wrong, but I think this actually has a squonk pin in it. And so I was using this as a squonker for the longest time. And I'm going to tell you right now, I forgot what coil I used. And put this right back here. Put this up here as well. Keep everything organized. Now, I'm debating on if I want to go with berry blow dough or butterscotch. Let's see, what is the milligram difference? Let's see, 6 milligrams, 3. I guess I'll vape this first, get rid of this, because I've had this for ages. Get it? Ages. And I honestly forgot what berry blow dough tastes like, so... And if anybody's wondering, what is the resistance on this coil? Well, it is 0.28. And I'm running a bypass. 1, 2, 3. Power. There we go. And this is a wattage here, so let's go ahead and juice that up. Find my lid. Where is the lid? I say lid, the damn cap. Where the fuck is the cap? Bum ba dum bum bum. Huh. That's not it. I'll be right back. Ages Solo with the Recurve RDA, vaping on some berry blow dough from Humble. This is, I want to say 6 milligrams. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. So, 50 watts on a 0.28. Nice and dense, very flavorful. I like that. It hits pretty fucking hard, I'm not gonna lie. But that's the beauty of, you know, these Clapton style coils, especially when they're made with nichrome. You can get a low resistance, and they just hit smooth as butter. Even on a single battery mod is fantastic. Now the thing with this is, this RDA is actually an RSA right now because it has the squonk pin in it. So I can legit throw a 21, I think it's a 2700 inside of the Pulse mod, and throw this guy on there, fill the little squonk bottle up with some juice, and be on my way. So yeah, good little setup if you wanted to rock something like this, you know, light, nice, and lightweight. I do like that. Curvature obviously fills the hand really nice. I like holding it like this because it just kind of conforms to your hand. I know some people, they like holding it like this. Personally, I don't really care for that because of the swell back here, so I kind of hold it like this and do a thumb fire. And this RDA, RSA, whatever you want to call it, this motherfucker has really good flavor. The only downside to it is if you over squonk it or over drip it, it can in fact leak out the airflow. So I try to limit how much juice I actually put down in there by actually watching it. Alright. And that should be enough right there. Okay, here we go. Nice and dense. Nice and dense. It's a good warm vape. There's not much else I can really say about it. The Recurve has really stood the test of time for me. It is one of those little RDAs where I need a good RDA that puts out a decent amount of vapor but doesn't take a whole lot of power, and because of that, that's why I like it. You know, you're running a single coil, you can get up to 50 watts on it on a single battery, and it'll last a decent while depending on how much you hit on it. So if you can ever find a recurve, or even the new variant of the recurve, I'd recommend getting one. I really, really would, because it's a good little RDA, RSA. If you like swonking, well, this can do it, and it does it fairly well. So, with that being said, that's all I need to say. I might have a updated review on the Humble at some point, maybe tonight, whenever Motor gets on, and we'll just see how that goes. Anyways, see you guys later. Peace.